You might think of mushrooms as quirky forest dwellers or something you toss on a pizza. But what if I told you, you're closer to a mushroom than to a maple tree? It sounds like the start of a joke, but it's straight from the pages of evolutionary science. Your DNA is much more similar to fungi than to plants, and that surprising fact is changing how we see ourselves in the web of life. Let's start with a mind-bending truth. For centuries, scientists lumped fungi in with plants just because they don't move, have roots, and often grow quietly out of the ground. But when researchers started unraveling the genetic code of living things, they made a startling discovery. Hidden in your DNA, and in the DNA of every mushroom, yeast, and mold, is evidence that animals and fungi are actually evolutionary siblings. How is this possible? Picture the tree of life, the great family tree connecting every living thing on Earth. If you trace your lineage back over 1 billion years, you'll come to a fork in the road. On one side, plants branched off, evolving to harness sunlight and grow tall. On the other side, the branch split again, this time creating 2 distinct lineages, one that would become today's animals, including us, and one that would become the entire kingdom of fungi. This shared ancestry goes deeper than you think. Fungi, like animals, breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. They break down food using enzymes, much like we do, rather than producing their own food from sunlight like plants. Their cell walls are built from chitin, the same material that toughens insect shells and lobster claws, while plants use cellulose. Peer into the proteins and genes that drive basic cellular processes, and you'll find remarkable similarities between humans and mushrooms. In fact, some genes are so conserved that scientists use baker's yeast, a fungus, to study how human cells work, and even to research diseases like cancer. But the connection doesn't stop at the cellular level. Fungi and animals both rely on complex signaling molecules and share similar response systems to stress and environmental change. When you take antifungal drugs, doctors have to tread carefully. The medicines target cellular machinery that's so much like ours. It's easy for the drugs to harm human cells too. This kinship reshapes how we think about evolution and the interconnectedness of all life. It means that beneath the surface, you and that mushroom sprouting from a fallen log are distant cousins, both shaped by the same ancient forces. So, the next time you see a toadstool or enjoy a portobello burger, remember, you share more with fungi than you ever imagined. In the grand story of life, humans really are part mushroom, and that's no joke. Let this fact sink in. Every breath you take, every cell in your body, carries echoes of a time when our ancestors and fungi's ancestors were one and the same. So maybe, just maybe, you're a little bit more of a fun guy than you realized.